Welcome to RJ classes, and today's video is the continuation of calorimetry. In last day we had studied the terms related to calorimetry, that is the heat, temperature, etc. Now today we are going to study the first term that we are going to study, that is the heat capacity. Heat capacity, that means today we will complete heat capacity, a specific heat capacity, relation between them, and the factors that influence the heat absorbed, influence the heat absorbed and the gained by a substance. So we will try to complete this topic. So first of all, heat capacity, that means simple thing, amount of heat energy required to raise the temperature of whole mass of a substance. That means if you are taking, suppose you are taking this amount of the substance, we are taking this amount of the substance, you are taking this amount of the substance, so it does not matter, but we will have to take a whole mass of the substance, whether it is 5 kg, 2 kg, 10 kg, 1 quintal and 1 metric ton, that does not matter. So in order to increase the temperature, the whole mass of a given substance by 1 degree C, the heat energy required is said to be the heat capacity. That means heat capacity is nothing but simply take any of the substance. That means heat capacity is independent of the mass. You are not mentioning mass, how much mass you are taking. Simply you are taking a substance, how much mass, that is not required here to mention. So if whole mass of the substance temperature is increased by 1 degree C, and to increase that temperature, the amount of heat supplied, the amount of heat spent is said to be the heat capacity. So we start with our definition, heat capacity, and then mathematical term, unit, etc. also. So heat capacity, amount of heat required. I am writing here definition for you. Heat capacity, amount of heat required, for what? To raise the temperature of whole mass of substance, whole mass of a substance by 1 degree C. 1 degree C is called by 1 degree K, means 1 K or 1 degree C, same equal. So by 1 degree C is called heat capacity. Okay. So heat capacity we understood. Now, so if the heat capacity C dash, we can write it here like this one first, heat capacity. So if mathematically heat capacity is to be expressed, so how we can express it? So heat capacity is simply nothing. So heat required by temperature. Simply this one is temperature. That means the total amount of the heat required to raise the temperature of a substance by 1 degree. So we are dividing it with temperature. So C dash, that stands for heat capacity, and Q, that is for heat, and temperature for temperature we are writing T, a small t, whatever you can write. So change in temperature, del T we can write, del T, a small t. Okay. Now, so if we writing the unit for this one, unit, okay, what is the unit for heat? Simply you will tell, sir, unit for heat, that is the joule. So joule, unit, I am writing unit for it, joule. And what is the unit for temperature? The unit for temperature, that is the Kelvin. so your unit will be Kelvin and your unit will be joule per Kelvin. So that is the क्या आ जाएगा, means unit for the heat capacity. So heat capacity is this one. Now the second term we have, that is the specific heat capacity. A specific heat capacity. That means in physics, whenever there is the specific word is mentioned, keep in mind, so whenever in physics a specific term is mentioned, that means you are being told to find the mass, means you are being told to find the value for the unit mass of the substance. Simple means unit mass of the substance values whenever to be calculated, so that is to be calculated means in the terms specific. So whenever a specific is written, so you should understand there that the means you will have to do nothing, but you will have to simply find the value of the unit mass of the substance. So here is the same thing. So a specific, it is the heat capacity, but this time the specific heat capacity, that means for the particular value, for the particular amount. So definition will be same. Simply whatever the definition we have written, we will use that definitions. Simply little modifications will be there. So our definition will be same: amount of heat required to raise the temperature of unit mass of a substance. Unit mass of a given substance by 1 degree C is called the heat capacity. Simply I am writing here amount of heat required to raise the temperature of unit mass of substance by 1 degree C is called a specific heat capacity. Okay, so a specific heat capacity equals to, same thing is here, heat supplied by temperature, rise in temperature into mass of the substance. So that means this is the terms we have, that means we are talking about, that means for unit mass of the substance, in definition we have mentioned here, required to raise the temperature of a unit mass of substance. Here mass was not mentioned, so into mass. Now so we means if mathematically C equals to C dash, that is for the heat capacity, and C, that is for a specific heat capacity. So C equals to heat supplied, that means the Q, rise in temperature, that is the del T, or into mass M. So it is the mathematical form of the heat capacity. Now a specific heat capacity. Now for the unit definition, same. So for heat we have joule, and for rise in temperature we have the Kelvin, and for mass we have kg. So that means joule per kg per Kelvin, that is the unit for the specific heat capacity. Now heat capacity and specific heat capacity we understood. Now next thing we are going to do to find the relation between the heat capacity, specific heat capacity, and how they are related to each other. So okay, so before doing that, we are simply doing one more thing. Okay, so from here, from this relation only, so Q equals to, so it will be from this relation, Q equals to MC del T. We will get the value, क्या हो जाएगा, means we will get the relation Q equals to MC del T. That means Q means what? Heat supplied or released from a substance. So heat supplied and released from the substance is directly proportional to the mass. It means a specific heat capacity and rise or fall in temperature. So again we are going to discuss factors on which heat supplied or released from a substance depend. So the heat supplied and released from a substance, first one is directly proportional to the mass of the substance. So from this relation only we are giving the conclusion that it is directly proportional to the mass of the substance. Smaller the mass, smaller will be the heat required, greater the mass, greater will be the heat required. As example, suppose we are taking 1 kg of water, means in one container, and 2 kg of water in another container, and supplying same amount of the heat. Means ultimately you will find that even after supplying the same amount of the heat, the temperature change for both will be different. That means heat content of the both will be different. So it is directly proportional to the mass of the object. So smaller the mass, smaller will be the heat required for a particular temperature, and greater the mass, greater will be the heat required for a particular rise in temperature. Okay, heat capacity, obviously for every material heat capacity is different, है ना? So it is also directly proportional. Smaller the heat capacity, smaller will be the heat required for a particular range in temperature, and greater the heat capacity, greater will be the heat required for a particular range in temperature. Suppose we are going to raise the temperature of water and kerosene both by 1 degree C. So water will require more heat in comparison to the kerosene because the specific heat capacity of water is more than that of the kerosenes. Okay, and last one, that is the क्या हो जाएगा, Q is proportional to del T. That means heat supplied or released is directly proportional to the rise or fall in the temperature of the substance. So for more range in temperature, more heat will be required. For a small range in temperature, a small heat will be required. So heat gained or released by a substance completely depend upon the mass of the substance, a specific heat capacity of the substance, and the temperature of the substance. And the next thing, that is the relation between the heat capacity and the specific heat capacity. Okay, so a small relation, heat capacity. So we have written heat capacity equals to heat supplied by mass into rise in temperature. So from this relation, C equals to Q by M into del T. Okay, so but heat capacity equals to, we have written heat capacity equals to heat supplied by rise in temperature. So heat supplied that is क्या हो जाएगा, sorry, heat capacity. So for heat capacity, C dash equals to Q by del T. That means in place of Q by del T we can write C dash. So here also Q by del T. So in place of that we can write C dash. So C equals to C dash by M, and C dash equals to C into M. So that means from this relation we got that the heat capacity equals to a specific heat capacity into mass of the substance. So this is the required relation between the heat capacity and the specific heat capacity. So miss, you will get some numericals on this funda. So in next video we will do next topic.